went through a 60-mile-an-hour thunderstorm camping with 3 inches of rain.
Okay.
Come right in, don't be shy, bring your puppy as well.
How bad is it?
And your husband.
The fire ants were real popular, though. Everyone was trying to get warm.
Yeah, I bet. It is nice if you huddle around a tiny little campfire, kind of. You little tiny marshmallows on sticks. It could work. Yeah, mini marshmallows on sticks. It could totally work. It could totally work.
Yeah. You just gotta have the little mini M&Ms.
What if they make tiny skewers for them?
Yeah, they're called toothpicks.
Yeah, hey, that's a good thing, Spider. Oh. All right. Lords and ladies, this is my show, and this is what you call stage presence.
Yay!
For those of you who don't know and those of you who care, my name is Koi, like the fish, only spelled differently, C-O-Y. It's my actual name, sir. True story. And I go by the moniker Crazy Boy Koi because, 1, I'm crazy. Look at me. 2, it's alliterative, sir. Alliterative means, never mind. And it's descriptive. I will be doing some comedy juggling for you here today. I will be attempting to juggle multiple objects at once. I will be doing stupid human tricks. Probably, yes, I will. I'm feeling you guys need to see the stupid human trick part of the show. I'll be attempting to put myself through a 13-inch tennis racket while standing upon a rollabola. True story. And at the end of the show, if you stick around for the grand finale, I will be attempting to breathe fire out of my mouth while standing upon the rolling globe of death.
Are you going to set your hair on fire?
Yes.
Okay.
I may singe it just a little for you.
Okay.
See, now she had the right idea. One person picked up on this. What's your name? Marie. Ladies and gentlemen, Marie has the right idea. If at any point during the show I end a phrase with the sentence, or end a sentence with the phrase of death, everybody in the audience has to go. So let's try it again. You can do that as well if you prefer. Who am I to judge? Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of my show, I will be attempting to breathe fire out of my mouth while standing upon the rolling globe of death. Ooh. Very good, very good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is live action theater. I'm actually here right now.
It's not a projection.
I am not a projection. I am not an illusion.
I was concerned.
Remember it.
Yeah, there's no fast forward or pause.
God, what are we doing for the commercials?
So, if, very important, please pay attention to this part, sir. This is my disclaimer. If, at any point during the show, anything flaming comes flying at you,
Catch it. Run.
move. It is not an illusion, all right? I'm not a magician. It's actually on fire, okay? All right, good. Now, there's a couple things we have to cover first before I get started. 1, I'm an actual entertainer. I'm actually here right now. 2, you're an actual audience. You're actually here right now as well. Now, I have... Don't shake your head at me like that. You're a figment. All right, well, everybody but her is an actual audience. Now, I have a job to perform and you have a job to perform. I'm going to do my job as long as you guys do your job. Now, your job is, does anybody know?
Say ooh.
Say ooh, good. That's a
Say
start.
aw.
Aw.
Ooh, ah.
But your most, clap, very good. Your most important job is if you see anything you like, please feel free to applaud, scream, yell, catcall, make a lot of noise. Now, the first 2 tricks I'm going to do are warm-up tricks. The first one is to warm you guys up. If you're not warmed up, nobody's going to come and sit in the show. The more people that come and sit in the show, the more fun you're going to have, the stupider I get, and the more fun everybody has. So it's in your own best interest for the first warm-up trick to make a lot of noise, okay? That is technically noise. Not really sure how it works. Okay. Warm-up trick number 1. Warm-up trick number 1. I will attempt to take the entire bench I was just standing upon. Not half of it, not 3/4 of it, but the entire bench. I will attempt to take the entire bench, and I will attempt to balance it on my face. Nope, my chin. Now, this one got a lot harder since I grew facial hair. So I hope you appreciate it. Now, you guys remember your job is to make a lot of noise.
lost that
There
one.
we go. Right, yeah. Go ahead, I'll wait. I love my job. I really do. I really do. Ladies and gentlemen, warm-up trick number 1, the full bench on the face. Yeah, don't make me laugh. I like your enthusiasm, sir. I like your enthusiasm. All right, warm-up trick number 2. I think you guys are pretty warmed up for that. That was pretty good for an audience this size. Warm-up trick number 2 is to make sure that I'm warmed up. This is to make sure that my hands and arms and body are nice and warmed up. I'm going to attempt to stand on my hands. Now, before I do this, there's a countdown involved. This is another one of your lines you guys have to remember. It goes 3, 2, 1. I'll be doing it throughout the show. If I do that, no, 3, 2, 1. Down. And after I go 3, 2, 1, everybody in the audience yells hop. It's H-U-P, like hop, but with a U instead of an O. Yes, it's a juggler word. Just trust me on this, sir, all right? It's a juggler's word. All right, so let's try it. 3, 2, 1. Hop. Hop. Okay. Some of you are paying attention.
3, 2, 1, and up.
Let's try it again. 3, 2, 1. Hop. Very good. Now, I will attempt a handstand upon the bench, which is very, very stable. Awesome.
Dry.
And dry. Really? Okay. All right. This is going to be interesting. Warm-up trick number 2. This one's for me. I hope you appreciate it. Please do not throw anything at my butt. You can stare at it. Just don't throw anything at it, okay? All right.
Where's the fun in that?
The handstand in 3, 2, 1.
Hop!
But wait, there's more.
Whoa!
3, 2, 1.
Hop!
Let's get started. Now, how many of you in the audience has seen a juggler? Okay, most everybody. Does anybody actually know how to juggle?
Only 2.
Only 2.
Kind of.
I don't need to know about your personal life. Thank you, one person, for thinking that was hilarious. So nobody actually knows how to juggle, right? You know how to? 3?
Kind of.
Okay, all right. What's your name?
Trisha?
Trisha. All right, Trisha. Now, for those who don't know, when you juggle, Trisha knows since she knows how to juggle. When you juggle, it normally looks like this, right?
Yeah.
Right? And there's one ball in the air at any given time. One ball in the air at any given time. If you take all 3 of them and throw them up in the air like this at the same time, usually people applaud. I can tell you in the purple shirt you're unimpressed. I will attempt to do a little bit more. Watch, all 3 balls in the air, under the leg, up in the air. Okay, we got a half-hearted response from her. So this one is really cool. All 3 balls up in the air, behind the back. Oh yeah, now he's good. It's a little sweaty out here, sir. Now, Trisha, also when you juggle, this is the right way to juggle. It's called a cascade. But there's backwards ways of juggling. For instance, if you take the cascade and you juggle it backwards, in reverse, it's called the reverse cascade. Don't applaud for it. It's easy. But it sets me up for this one. Other backwards ways of juggling that are much harder, for instance, with arms crossed. If you don't care for that, as about half of you don't, other arms crossed. But wait for it, my personal favorite, Trisha, you should appreciate this, being a juggler yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, the hardest way to juggle 3 balls backwards. I will attempt to juggle 3 balls using only the back of my hands. This is mostly just for me. I don't expect you to appreciate it unless you're Trisha and know how to juggle. But it's a very difficult trick. I hope you like it. If you don't, you could still applaud. There's no sense of both of us being disappointed. Here we go. 3 balls, back of the hands. Now, Trisha, did you know that 2 balls in one hand is actually harder than 3 balls in 2? Again, personal life boundaries. Come on. No, but it is. It is. Because if you take 2 and divide by 1, you get 2. If you take 3 and you divide by 2, you get 1.5. Think about it. You didn't think that you'd learn something here today, did you, sir? No? It's an educational show. Yay. All right, so, but I take 2 in this hand, and I take the 3rd ball. That's this one over here. If you're paying attention, it's the 3rd ball over here. It goes. See, you were looking up here, weren't you? I did this on purpose. I did. It brings me to a very important point. If, at any point during the show, I happen to drop anything or fall off of anything that I'm attempting to balance on, please do me a favor and remember one thing. You still can't do it. So shut up about it. All right. So this time for real, 2 balls in this hand. I take the 3rd ball. It goes. And now these 2 balls are magnetized. Wherever this ball goes, the other ball follows. I have no idea how this trick works. But it has a name. Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
It's called Screw You, Isaac Newton. Let me hear you say faster.
Faster!
Let me hear you say faster.
Faster!
Let me hear you say faster.
Faster!
Drop. Now that didn't go quite as planned. You might have noticed there's a couple balls on the ground. Don't worry, I'll get them. I've got one last trick for you guys. I got one more 3-ball trick, and then I will attempt some 5-ball juggling, sir. 5. That's this many. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, sir. 5. But first, one last 3-ball trick. It's the hardest way you can juggle 3 balls, and that's 3 balls in one hand. It's twice as hard as 3 balls in 2 hands. Here we go. Yeah, I gotta find a place where I'm not being blinded. Here we go. All right, you guys are gonna get this side. Hope you don't mind. Stop looking at my butt. In 3, 2, 1.
Hop! Faster!
It only took me 2 years to learn. Now, 5-ball juggling. Now, you might be wondering why. Sir, ma'am, where are you going? I didn't leave when you got here.
She doesn't need to go there.
That's true. That's true. All right, well, I'll be here when you get back, and I expect $5.
No, you scared it out of me. We might as well.
That's actually a first.
All of a sudden, I got stage fright.
It's okay. I've been there and done that. You know, normally people turn around and keep walking. I appreciate you coming back to my show. Thank you very much. Give him a hand, actually. You're one of the very few, the proud, the people who stay at my show.
I thought you were my son, but somebody found me.
Ah. Maybe we are related. I don't know. All right. Sir, what's your name?
Tony.
Tony. All right, Tony. I would like you and everybody else to pay attention to ball number 5, resting precariously upon my foot, Tony. Now, you may be wondering why I'm skipping 4-ball juggling. Ask me why.
Why?
Because it looks like this, and nobody cares. See? So I will be attempting to go directly into 5-ball juggling. I will attempt to kick ball number 5 high up into the air and go directly into a 5-ball juggling pattern.
You got your
Thank you.
Now just don't fall.
Nothing defeats the crane pose. Just made that up. All right, ball number 5 high up in the air into a 5-ball pattern. In 3, 2, 1. People, you've got like one line. Try to keep up. It's hup. It's hup. Let's try it again.
Wait, what do we say?
Hup. H-U-P. All right?
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1. Hup! Thank you.
Nice.
I know what some of you are thinking. I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking that doesn't look like 5 balls. It is. But the reason it doesn't look like 5 balls is because I'm throwing 2 at a time. Or as I call it, 5 balls juggling the easy way. Thank you.
Do it one at a time now.
I will. I will attempt 5-ball juggling in the hard way. If you would like to see that, let me hear you make some noise. It's okay, I've got another eardrum. 5-ball juggling the hard way. I'll do it till you stop clapping, I guess.
How long can you do it? Keep going! Faster!
Epic fail.
It was
That was like a
excellent.
minute of juggling. It's hard. Would you guys like to see 5-ball juggling the harder way?
Yeah.
Go to Vegas. Does anybody know what this is?
Broken tennis racket.
That is very astute. You jumped right to the heart of the matter. A broken tennis racket. I would have also accepted useless, pointless, giant bubble maker, air guitar. Anything else?
No.
Okay, we're good. We've covered it all. Ladies and gentlemen, Fire God, would you pull on this for me? Now, is that a real tennis racket?
Yeah.
Does it bend at all?
No.
How big do you think it is?
13 inches.
What's that?
13 inches.
13 inches. How did you know?
She told me.
Somebody has seen my show before. All right. All right. I will attempt to put myself through that 13-inch tennis racket, top to bottom, head to toe, 6'3", 350 pounds.
Hey.
Have you been to the fun house lately?
But I will attempt to also. Some of you are thinking that's improbable. Nobody can put themselves through a tennis racket, but I will. But I'm a juggler, and jugglers aren't like normal people. Thank you. A normal person looks at something and says, how can I make this easier for myself? A juggler looks at something and says, how can I make this harder for myself? So, I will attempt to put myself through the tennis racket while standing upon the rolling board of death. Well remembered. Nicely done. Nicely done. And I will have this girl throw things at me later on. All right.
You notice how quickly she grabbed those?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
She
Hey,
does have something of a vicious streak in her.
If you feel like sharing, you could give the other children in the audience, but they have to come sit in the front row. That was easy. All right, now, there's 2 ways I can get on the rolling board. One is kind of safe and slow. The other is slightly more dramatic and dangerous.
Dramatic and dangerous.
Oh, well, all right. We've got 1 vote for dramatic and dangerous. Let's see what the rest of you think. Okay, well, I don't know. You know, we gotta be democrative about this, all right? I know, but it does now. So, by round of applause and noise making, who would like to see the safe and slow way?
Yeah!
Thank you for your concerns. I like you. Who would like to see the slightly more dramatic and dangerous way? All right, all right. What's going to happen is I will wipe my feet off because it's wet. And I will assume this very, very sexy pose.
That makes the tennis good.
I will attempt to jump up off the stage with both feet and land on the board with both feet at the same time.
Never happens.
Yeah. I'm a little nervous about it as well. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Oh, almost. So close.
Shut up. All right. It is a little harder than it looks, especially when
I don't know, it looks pretty hard.
We will try again. We will try again. Children, this is a very important lesson. If at first you don't succeed, try again. No. If you don't succeed on the second try, try again. If you don't succeed on the third time, try something easier.
I thought reconstruction manual.
Nah. Here we go. Let's try it. In 3, 2, 1. That was pretty close. All right, now, I know some of you lay awake at night and wonder to yourselves, Tony, how do I put myself through a tennis racket? I knew it was you. See, I knew it. Well, yeah. Might need a bigger tennis racket, I don't know. Now, I will give you step-by-step directions on how to put yourself through a tennis racket. Step number 1, get a tennis racket. That helps. Step number 2, remove the strings.
Damn, I forgot that.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work that way. Step number 3, the elbows. Elbow 1, elbow 2, pretty easy so far. Step number 4, your head. Now your head's not very squishy, and the tennis racket is oblong, so you got to kind of turn it to the side like in order to make it go through. Always being very conscious of your earrings. Hi. I bet you didn't expect to see this when you woke up. You did? Something is wrong with you. Step number 5. The most difficult part for me currently is the shoulders. Now I'm going to do one shoulder at a time, starting with the left shoulder. My left, not yours. That's this one over here. And it slides up and through the tennis racket, like so. Hold your applause. No, seriously. I know, because, I knew you instinctively knew, somehow, that the right shoulder is the more difficult shoulder, and frankly, the more painful shoulder. So, I'm going to need your help if I'm going to squeeze my right shoulder through that tennis racket. I will attempt to do so on the count of 3, 2, 1. Oh!
Woo!
It's a boy! Step number 6, the chest. Now remember, the tennis racket is only 13 inches in diameter. It's a little tight around my chest. I'm lucky I'm not in high school anymore. It wouldn't fit. It's at this point in the trick, I'm glad I'm not pierced.
You would be after the trick.
It's also this point in the trick, I'm glad I'm not a woman.
Yeah, that would hurt.
Yay!
All right, now, before I continue, the children with the clubs, please stand up and form a line. Right where you're at, that's fine. Now, I will have you throw the clubs at me when I tell you.
Aw. In the air?
Okay, we're going to start. Hey, you're already in height order, so that's good. We're going to start with you, okay? So, club number 1. Very good. Club number 2. Excellent. Club number 3. All right, that was a little off, but I got it. Club number 4. Wow, give him a hand. Thank you guys for being nice. They were all underhand throws. I like that. Sometimes it's not. Now, this is my awkward trick. You might wonder why it's called an awkward trick, because this right here is the awkward club. You might wonder why it's called the awkward club. This is why. Makes me look ridiculous, makes this trick a lot more difficult to stand on, and makes both of us uncomfortable. And I will take the other 3 clubs and attempt to juggle to thunderous applause. On the count of 3, 2, 1. Take the picture! the tennis racket. Strike. All right. Now at this point in the trick, I have to turn sideways on the roller bowler because you cannot stand on a roller bowler on one foot unless you are sideways. Now, step number 7.
Don't fall off.
My feet are like this, though. They were like this, now they're like this. Okay, I would do it taller, but I fall off and then I could die. Step number 7 is the hips, the hip swiggle, to be precise. Or, as the children like to call it, the potty dance. The pee-pee dance.
Take that picture, Trisha. Take that picture.
And now the most difficult part of the trick, step number 8, getting it off my feet. What's going to happen is I'm going to stand on the rolling board on my right foot, take the tennis racket off my left foot. Then stand on the board on my left foot and take the tennis racket off my right foot. So I will be standing on the board on one foot for a brief moment in time. And yes, it is as difficult as it sounds. So, what I'm going to ask from you is that you hold your applause, whistles, cat calls Tony.
That shaking of the booty got me. Should have heard the women talking over there. I want you to go back up with that.
I'm gonna die. You're lucky my wife's not here. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna ask that you hold your applause until the tennis racket is off both feet. If at that point I'm still on the board and still conscious, please feel free to make as much noise as humanly possible. After this trick, I will be attempting my grand finale, the fire breath, while standing upon the rolling globe of death. Good catch. I switched it up and you still caught it. I like that. So here we go. Please observe the silence. Halfway. Now. Oh, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, I've almost reached the end of my show. I know, but I will be back at 2 o'clock with a show that is 80% different, 20% exactly the same. If you'd like to come back and see me do a bunch of other weird, silly, and dangerous things, please feel free. This is the part of the show where I like to calm it down for a minute, wave goodbye to the people who are leaving. Bye, people.
Get back here.
And take some time to thank you guys for coming and sitting in my show. I know it's kind of hot out. I know I'm sweating buckets. This is actually what I do for a living. It's not very funny now, is it, sir? And I travel around the Midwest doing these fairs 9 months out of the year. I'll be back here not next week and the weekend after this, if you guys want to come back and see me. But anyways, I want to say thank you for coming and spending your time with me here today. Your time is your most important and precious thing you have, and you chose to come and spend some of that time here with me, and I hope you had a good time. I hope I did my job. If I did, I would like some money. If you have $1 or $2, I'd appreciate it. If you don't, come up, shake my hand. That's how I get rid of the sweat.
A pat on the back.
A pat on the back. If you need change, I will have it. If you would like a business card, thank you. I will have those as well. If you would like a hug, I'll have those as well, free of charge. Or a picture, if you would like a picture. I'm sweaty and taste like fuel, but I'm still pretty.
And modest.
And modest. Now, without further ado, who among you, by a round of applause and merriment, would like to see me risk my life for your entertainment? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now,
You make it where I almost feel bad.
Almost.
I know.
what this trick requires is one. Not that. One. Flaming torch soaked in fuel.
He's gonna like it.
Fire God, if you would. Thank you very much.
It's okay. He's going up there with it.
1 bottle filled with highly carcinogenic, highly flammable fuel.
Does it taste nasty?
Yes.
What does it taste like?
It doesn't. It tastes like fuel. I don't know.
Can we try it?
No. My insurance does not cover that. One rolling globe of death. And 1 gigantic idiot. Why does that always get the loudest applause?
Gigantic covers it.
So here we go.
And here's the first aid guy.
Yeah, he's here for safety.
Oh, I'm here for pictures.
Safety. Well, that makes me feel comfortable. Awesome. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I am a trained idiot. Please, children, do not go home and try any of these tricks you're about to see.
She will.
That's-
We have 20 of the other children.
Yeah, I covered me. All right, here we go. On the ball. Hold on. I don't want to fall off this thing. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a 2-foot ball of plastic. Very, very period plastic.
Right.
While standing upon the 2-foot ball, I will be over 6 feet tall. That's correct. So here we go. On the ball. In 3, 2, 1.
Up.
That's a 2-foot jump. Get it? Never mind. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would ask that you hold your hands up in the air high like so. If you have a drink in your hands, go ahead and put it down. If you have a program in your hands, go ahead and put it down. If you have a camera, keep filming because I'm that pretty. If you have a child in your arms, drop it. Now, when I clap my torch and ball together, clap your hands together 1 time. Okay, how about we do it all together this time? Everybody, hands ready?
Yes.
Much better. Now keep it going. I'm still alive! Ladies and gentlemen, that's my show one more time. My name is Crazy Boy Coy. I'll be back at 2 with an almost completely different show. If you'd like my show and you have any money, I would like some. If you don't, again, don't worry about it. I know it's tough times. I thank you once more time for coming and watching my show. Go ahead, give it up for me one time.
And don't be afraid to stay for Swords and Roses.
That's right, Swords and Roses. Something completely different. There will be fighting and just trying to stab each other and stuff like that. And they're girls. They got things I don't. Brains.
Maybe. I don't know about that.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Woo. Oh, that's fine. I'll take it in the box. The box will be fine.